Oh, we live. Welcome to another episode of the Uncensored Philly Sports Podcast. I got all my stuff in the background. I didn't clear out. But it was a good game for the Sixers. A very good game, especially for one Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid may have solidified his MVP candidacy.
Tonight.
He may have did that tonight. On national television, he came out. He was not missing. He was not missing. And to me, first off, wait. If I go too much further, PJ Tucker, PJ Tucker. If this is the PJ Tucker we gonna get for the playoffs, I'll eat every last word I said this season.
Exactly.
If
He
we
was
gonna get
clutch.
this PJ Tucker, he ain't even got it, bro. They was some clutch threes. They started trapping down on B. They said we gonna leave it. We gonna leave Tucker open. Then Tucker wet that net. It did on the one when he did a little pump fake and froze it. When they ain't think he was gonna shoot. They ran away. And PJ wet the net again. Shout out to PJ Tucker.
There
Harden
would be no PJ Tucker slander tonight.
Oh yeah, and B was on one tonight, bro. I guess they don't got the bead stopper anymore. I guess they don't have the bead stopper anymore. But that being said, Harden gave us 40 minutes tonight. He gave us 20 and 10. He didn't shoot that well. I don't think. Yeah, he shot 41. He shot 41%, 7 for 17. Maxey and Harris was off, but they still wasn't shooting enough to me. And Maxey has more. Maxey's the younger player, so I think with Maxey that comes with time. But again, Tobias Harris scared to shoot. Once he missed a couple shots, he's scared to shoot. But that being said, Joel Embiid was everything tonight. So, and I don't think. Listen. I agree, everybody. I agree, Toby. I do think that Toby's going to be going next season because I think that contract could be tradable next season. So I'm fine with him leaving and us upgrading that position. I have been fine with that for the past 2 years. However, as of right now in the playoffs, we're going to need him and Maxey to do more than that. And if we can't rely on Embiid to do this every night. I ain't saying that he possibly can't, but you can't rely on Embiid to do this every night. He's going to get wore down, especially in the second round. But tonight, Embiid did what he had to do, and he brought us home.
This was probably the most impressive game I've seen Embiid play all year long. The man was 20 of 25. He missed only 5 shots all night. I'm just looking at it. He shot 13 free throws, but his money was just hitting open shots. That pick and roll was unstoppable. Got to give a shout out to Harden because ain't nobody could do that pick and roll would be better than Harden, and they showed it tonight. They proved it. This one of the MVP. I wish one of them would come on here tonight. Kendrick Perkins, all of them. Stephen A. Smith kind of been saying he's the MVP, but
they'll be on tomorrow. They'll be on tomorrow, joining him up.
Come in here and tell me he better have a whole two pieces of chicken, all flats. He better give him all his props tonight for his performance because Joel Embiid carried us. We were struggling. Tobias is Tobias. This man literally almost gave the game away. He started the third quarter shooting 2 short 3-pointers and then get 2 layups, 8 up. He plays so terribly. It was just frustrating seeing Tobias out here. This is my point. This is why I said PJ has more value than.
So what about Maxey then? Since you want to talk about Maxey had 4 turnovers. So if you're gonna rip everybody that had off night, rip everybody that had off night.
Let me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
Because Maxey literally just balled out the game before.
Okay,
you can't say that about Tobias.
The game before against who?
Maxey has played a couple against Milwaukee, and then he played well the game before then against Dallas. Like he's playing good games. Tobias is having a lot of bad moments, which tonight was not an exception. And my thing is, give Tobias his minutes. If you're gonna play him 39, don't play him 37 and 39 minutes. Give them to the board House, Daniel House. That's what I'm saying. Let Daniel House eat. Cut his minutes up because I'm just afraid that Tobias Harris is going to be the reason why we don't get far in the playoffs this year. So I'm saying if you want to give to because I believe you can give 22 minutes, 23 minutes
No,
or
I
cut
agree.
down
I
PJ minutes
agree.
to
Tobias
PJ.
shouldn't be playing like that 38, 39 minutes. I agree.
Yep.
Especially if he's going to be scared to shoot, he shouldn't be playing that many minutes.
And he shook.
I mean, McDaniels had a solid night. 15 minutes, he gave you 8 points, 2 rebounds, a block, and he shot 3 for 5. 2 for 3 from threes. I think. Hold on, we did just have a super chat. You know what I'm saying you're supposed to read
Oh
that
yeah,
too.
shout out. Yeah, my fault.
Hey, I can't. I'm on the other device. I can't. Yeah.
All right, Master MOTC. Shout out to you. Say we're going for that MVP. Let's go, yo, fellas. Why Ethan and Ephraim only when we lose? Only on when we lose. That's a
No, it
good
was
question. You need
no.
to answer
Nah,
that.
tonight was a big night. I'm not gonna do that. Tonight was a big night for we all had somewhere that we were earlier in the evening, and it's a big night, what I'm saying, in the Christian world. If you
So
must know, it was the
that
anniversary of
was,
Christ's death.
they
So
should have been on here.
yeah, but
they
they are
wasn't
with their
here.
families and stuff. I'm not mad at that, you know what I'm saying? Some of us made a little
All
bit
right.
more effort to get home to do it.
MOTC
So
said we're going for that MVP. Let's go, yo, fellas. Why Ethan? Oh, that's the same one. Oh, he redid it again. Oh, thanks for putting it back up there.
but yeah, Kane, I agree. Oh, he said Tobias was shooting wide open bricks. I'm yeah. But still see, I don't see this is my thing. If you're shooting, your percentages are what your percentages are. So don't get scared when all of a sudden you're missing, don't shoot. I have the same problem when Maxey does it. If y'all are supposed to be our offensive players, shoot or shoot. If you're supposed to be a shooter, shoot. So,
Not you got to be built a certain way. You got to be fearless. He don't have
no,
that fearlessness in him.
I agree. I
That's the
agree. He gotta be.
problem.
He
You
do
need
gotta
boys
be.
that's not scared to be on the court. If you can't be scared that because it's going to get even more pressure the higher you
Who
go. The
said
deeper.
Maxey took a step back? Maxey ain't hardly take a step back.
Max ain't taking no step back.
No, he
No,
McClain. Yeah, Mr. Wing, you got to be trolling. Yeah, Maxey definitely stepped up his game, but I thought they should have went with the lineup a little bit. And what's his name was a little bit lackluster today too. Reed was a little off tonight, but I kind of felt like Doc did what he's supposed to do in a game like this, like kind of get a feel for the game and see, and then run your lineups accordingly. Because Melton struggled greatly this game as well. Kev Scott, appreciate it. Toby gonna be cooked. Toby, you can't trust him in big games. This has been going on since he got here. 10 man. I actually agree with that though. But I just don't think that he has zero value as some people think. I don't think he has the money that he's getting paid type value. And I agree. Down the stretch, I've seen him hit some open shots, but I'm not. Tobias Harris is like my third or probably fourth option to shoot going down the stretch of a game.
he might with PJ Tucker. He might
Man,
be the
stop. See,
sixth
don't do
spot.
that with the one game. Don't do that with the one game.
I'm just
PJ did his.
saying.
It was clutch though. I no hate on PJ. They was clutch baskets.
Like
Up to
somebody
three of them,
posted,
right?
somebody posted earlier, but I will say Tobias's defense on Tatum was good because you need a taller. He's going to shoot over a shorter man like the Melton. He's going to shoot over Melton. So you got to either put Tobias and his defense on Tobias. For the most part, Tobias' defense on him was pretty good. I would play either him or McDaniels or House. That's what you got to do to counteract him, and that's what Doc did. Doc did something good to do today also.
But that's what I've been telling y'all. But I told you, I thought Tobias Harris' defense has been solid this year.
But it's still got to equal out that offense stink.
You saying that, but that's why I think overall he's had a better season than PJ. PJ balled out tonight though.
Yeah, you can. But here's the thing: the score was 86-81. The momentum was clearly in Boston's favor, and Doc called a huge timeout. That timeout was the game to me because once he called that timeout, when they came back, Harden came back and hit that 3-pointer. And we was only down 2. We went to 84-86. Then we could still play our regular offense, and we was able to score and we went on a big run. But that was a crucial time. Doc coached well today, so I'm gonna give him his props. We kind of got on him on the last game, but he actually played well. He key timeouts, and he got us back on track. And within the broadcast, he said, "Listen, I'll take every shot that Maxey took." He would just miss them all. He was just off. This was one of them off days. I don't know if it was Derek White, because, man, Derek White is a bucket. This man, you talking about offensive juggernaut that come in to just start scoring? He has that ability for Boston. He does that for them.
Yeah, hey, Clarence. He said he started tearing up with PJ. Listen, I actually got mad at PJ on the last one because when he did the pump fake, I'm like, keep shooting, you hitting. But he did the pump fake and they froze. They didn't think he was going to shoot it.
And he
And then he
knocked it
knocked it
down.
down all net. If he could give us that, that's what we had with Danny Green when Danny Green was here. If he could give us that type of, you know what I'm saying, like that corner three presence like that, that's great. So, but yeah, Tobias was all. I don't know what you want me to say. Tobias was off offensively. Tobias been off. I mean, he's only averaging 14 points a game this year, so his
Yeah.
offense ain't been that great all year. But I do think that his defense has been solid. I think his defense has been pretty good this year. Doc has put him on some big time scorers at different times. He guarded Ja Morant at certain times. He guarded Tatum. He had him on what's his name, Giannis a couple times, a couple games. So, but that being said, Embiid is the man, and he brought us home. And Embiid and Harden, and for real, let's. This is a big thing we ain't even mentioned yet. Harden had 0 turnovers.
And
that was the biggest difference when we played them is those turnovers. Harden had 0 turnovers. Maxey had 4. Embiid had 3. Tucker 2, and Harris 1. But nobody on the bench turned the ball over, and all that. Like we protected the ball. So, you know, I mean, Jaylen Brown. No, they wouldn't have smoked us with Jaylen Brown. They had Jaylen Brown before. They haven't smoked us yet this season.
They haven't. All the games have been tight. Like 3 to 6 points.
I mean, honestly, the game it shouldn't even been this close. That was a terrible call they called on Embiid. Like the guy grabbing his arm and everything, and they called Embiid with the elbow. Like I thought that was, they was trying to give them, you know what I'm saying, a little something.
And I think we needed this game to know that we can beat them because we're most likely we're going to face them in the second round of the playoffs. So to know that you actually can beat this team, it has to be a monkey off of everybody's back. Now they can go in and just prepare for that team. I don't know what Tobias is going to do because Tobias is Tobias.
Well, what we going to need those guys, Tobias Harris and PJ Tucker, to hit those open threes. Tonight, PJ did it. Tobias didn't. Yep. That's what we going to need. It kind of looked like a little bit. Boston kind of played the Sixers where it was like, okay, we not going to collapse down on B. At first, it was like, we're not going to collapse down on B, and B was lighting them up. Then later on in the game, you saw where they started trying to collapse, and B was making the proper passes.
Yeah.
I think he might wasn't those his 3 assists to Tucker. At least 2 of them of his assists was to Tucker, right? I know the last one, and I think the one before that.
And that's what Tucker. That's all we want Tucker to do. If you wide open like that, your job is just to knock him down, and clearly he's able to do that for us. That's what I said. Max. It probably wouldn't even been this close if Maxey was actually on. Maxey was just off. Like I expect more from Maxey, so I'm sure he'll rebound.
Right.
It's just a tough night for him. And that's okay.
You saying Harden like the lazy coworker? If I'm not mistaken, didn't Harden take a big charge down the end too to help us? You know what I'm saying? Keep and he hit a big 3. I mean, I get it. Sometimes we want to say somebody lazy just because they're not ripping it. Remember how they used to say Shaq was so lazy, this, that, and the other, because he wasn't running up and down the court the same way the other guys was. Some people work at a different pace. I'm not saying Harden don't ever play lazy. I think everybody plays lazy on defense at times. And that's another thing real quick. Embiid was balling on defense yet again. He was dominating in that paint and getting deflections and stuff like that. So,
and be honest with you, I think not Maxey, but Harden is. I think he's pacing himself. He's waiting for the playoffs. I don't think he overexerts himself I think you're going to see more of him in the playoffs than you'll see regular season. It may be a different gear. I'm expecting a different gear from Harden come playoff time.
Yeah, I can see that too. And Clarence, we was talking about McDaniels. McDaniels did ball out tonight. I mean, he did.
He had 8 points in 15 minutes.
Yeah,
8 points in 15 minutes. He almost had the same amount of. He scored more than Tobias did, and Tobias almost doubled them in the amount of minutes that was out there.
I think the problem might have been that he was in whatever it was, his minus was a -6. So whoever he was on the floor with, they wasn't producing. You know, the Sixers starters, other than Harden, all the starters was plus for the Sixers. Harden was a -4. All the rest of the starters was plus.
That's because but as long as they was out there with Embiid was killing.
Wasn't Harden out there with Embiid?
But no, Harden came out and played with
Harden
the
played 40 minutes. Harden played more minutes than anyone. That's
and
probably
that's what
because they
made
stretched with the bench. That's why I
that
dropped down.
that stint with those garbage bench players. That's what kind of made them in -4. That's the only
Yeah,
reason why.
yeah. Melton had a horrible one. But Paul Reed was -13. So yeah. Hold on a second.
I'm telling you, the problem is Harden. I mean, I'm not Harden. The problem is Tobias Harris. All we got to do is limit Tobias and Niang's minutes. We good.
I mean, yeah, if McDaniels is going to play, like I said, I think a lot. Tobias does a lot of defense and a lot of. He's just scared to shoot, and I'm not saying that lightly, but I think he does do a lot of intangibles and a lot of other stuff. I think he plays solid defense.
He
He
said he
makes
been.
passes. He makes smart passes, but he got to hit those shots. You're getting that kind of money, and not even that kind of money. You're a starter. You're a guy that's shooting 40%, close to 40% from three. I don't want you getting scared when it's a chance to shoot open three.
Oh, you see, I turned over new leaf. High, turn over new leaf. So he said Tobias is the new Ben Simmons. Yep.
Nah, Ben Simmons was supposed to be the number 2 player on the team.
It don't matter. It don't
do
matter.
matter.
It
Because
doesn't.
Tobias doesn't have to have the ball in his hand. You could just hide Tobias in the corner and run around. And Ben Simmons was a starting point guard. Starting point guard has to have the ball down the
You
stretch.
lower your. It's funny, like you lower your expectation for Tobias, but mine, I have high expectations for Tobias. Thank you. LAVAH Entertainment said Doc should play House more against the Celtics. I agree. He got like 1 minute.
I agree. I actually think you should run more that lineup when you got like House and House and McDaniels out there with Embiid. I think you start at stretches. You have House and McDaniels out there with Embiid. You have that length. They playing the passing lanes, and you have Embiid, back there with them with Melton. And who will be I guess Maxey or who? I don't care, somebody else. But I think if you start running that kind of lineup more for some defensive stretches, I think that would be a good lineup.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah, or I wouldn't be mad if they run Paul Reed with. I don't know if Paul Reed is a good match for Boston though. Boston big men are a lot more physical.
Doc Rivers in his press conference said the MVP race is over. The man just scored half of our points in the NBA game. I agree.
Ain't that crazy though? Ain't that crazy, bro?
I agree.
He scored more than half.
He scored half of the points. Well, almost half.
Or more than half. No, more than half. Oh no, almost half. Yeah. No, it's about half.
No, it is over
it's
half.
half. It's half. It's a little more than half.
Yeah, the MVP, if you don't get the MVP, it's just you just don't like the man. You just don't like the man.
Yeah, let me see what kind of stats did he have on defense too. The 13 rebounds was outstanding. And how many blocks did he have? Oh, yeah, he had 2. It felt like he intimidated a lot more shots. Harden had 2 blocks. Maxey had a block. So yeah, I'm like, all right, they didn't have Jaylen Brown, but I gotta believe that Maxey's not gonna play that bad against them multiple times. And Tim, we're not gonna let it go, Tim. Let it slide how Tim was talking about Embiid being selfish. He's shooting too much.
When?
You ain't say that in the chat? You ain't say that in the chat?
When?
Do I need to pull it up?
Yes, pull it up, please. Name one time I said that. Stop. I'm waiting.
No, you just said Joel ain't passing the ball tonight.
Exactly.
Nah, you ain't say yeah. But coming from you, that sounds like hate though, because you always
I'm saying
you always talk about how you got to clarify when you say that.
I said he's not passing the ball tonight. We needed him to shoot every shot and make every shot. I was not hating on the man.
Yeah, you didn't. No, you didn't. You didn't. I misread. No. He didn't. I take that back. He was. But you know how Tim be with the little. You know how Tim be with the little side stuff. So I thought he was trying to. But yeah, tonight was a night where I didn't want to be passionate. But like I said, he did when they started collapsing on him. He did swing it and pass it, and PJ hit the shots. We just need those dudes. If PJ hit his, if Toby and Maxey hit their open shots, it wouldn't even been close.
I agree.
So, it was a good win. I ain't gonna hold you. We need this win. First of all, just for the sake of them not sweeping us.
Marcus Hayes said the Celtics orchestrated 4 flops on 3 consecutive plays in the last 10 seconds,
It was crazy.
and the rest fell for two of them. I agree. They was so bogus. But anything with Marcus, anytime Marcus Smart on the floor, but Embiid does the same thing. Embiid got him good. He got Tatum in the end of the game, and Tatum. That's why Tatum flagged him like, "Get out of here," because he knew he didn't foul him.
Yeah.
But Embiid fell to the ground. So I mean, you're gonna have some good theatrics in the second round of playoffs. It's gonna be real theatrics.
Hey, Master Crab, I was going to say that I gotta agree with you. Jay Quest said it's not good for the center to be shooting 25 times. Why not? If he's your best player, why not? What's the difference between the center shooting it and the guard shooting 25 times? I mean, if your center is hitting that shot and hitting at a clip that he's hitting at, why not? See, sometimes to Kraft's point, we got to get out of the mindset sometimes. That's like somebody getting mad at Steph Curry because he's a point guard. And if in the game he's shooting and he only has like 2 assists and coming out like point guard got to be able to set the point guard got past other people. They got to get like, no, if the dude, remember how they used to sit there and say that about AI, like when they're like, AI is selfish. He got to pass the ball. AI averaged like 6 assists for his career.
I know.
But, it was like, and then like one of the years when he's averaged like 31 points, I think he was averaging 7 assists, but AI is selfish. He's selfish. If a player, B can shoot, he can shoot free throws. He can take dudes off the dribble. He can do everything. If he could honestly, and I'm gonna say, if he could do this continuously for the next 4 or 5 years, he might end up going down as one of the best centers ever, if not the. It depends if he plays on this.
He's already at one of the best.
He's up there.
He's up
there, but it's some. He got to do the longevity to catch Kareem.
He got to get out of the second round of playoffs to really stake his claim in anything. Yeah. But like tonight, he had 52 points, 13 rebounds, 6 assists, 20 or 25 from the field. They said only one other player in history had those numbers. That was Will.
You know what's crazy though?
That's
this
crazy.
Is what I've been saying about, I think, and this is why I was saying like about how I feel like Harden has make a difference, and B just being in shape. He didn't look tired like that. Remember how Doc actually brought him in a little bit earlier than he usually bring him and Maxey back in.
He came in at 8 minutes instead of at the 6 minutes.
Right, and he still was playing down the stretch. And in the past, we've seen when Embiid having to carry the load and do stuff like that. A game like this, down the stretch, Embiid would have been killed over with holding on to his shorts. But I think that Harden, Harden might be resting for the. But I think Harden makes it so much easier for Embiid. Like, look at how many times like Harden went to go up and he hit Embiid in rhythm, just drop him to the basket, just get in there and get a finish, where he ain't got to work like try to back somebody down. Like some people want Embiid to post up all the time, but Harden make this game a lot easier for him. What you say? James Harden is allowing him to make free throws in the Florida game. I agree.
Like with a game like this, you need a satellite to find Ethan when the Sixers lose. He's in the front of one, smiling Sixers. Yo, that's true. I ain't even gonna say it's not true. That happens all the
time. Yeah, hey Jamar, Embiid has been a product of being hurt in the playoffs, but I think a lot of that has to do with the wear and tear on his body, having to play as hard as he's had to play during the past seasons. I honestly think that Harden makes it that much easier for him. Like, remember, it's like in games and everybody be like they double, triple team Bede. Like Boston used to trap Bede all the time. Now, when Bede is not the one, like Bede used to have to rely on somebody to get it to him in the post or get it to him there and there, and had to fight for position. He don't have to fight like he used to have to fight because you have a legit point guard who gets it to you in the flow and gets it to you where you can make it easier.
Yep. So I'm very happy with results. We finally got that monkey off our back.
Yep. And then now you know what? Is it any chance that we play Miami in the playoffs?
I think we're the sixth seed right now. It looks like it's Brooklyn,
and that's like what we locked in at.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be Sixers Brooklyn, and as of today, I know it's 3 games left for us. Why you in Miami?
Because we play Miami next, and I'm just figuring like, do we need to smack them around and send a message, or do we start resting people up now? Hey, Gold Ray, I do agree. I do think Embiid is in much better shape now. See this, and this is one of my things that, and we got to remember sometimes as fans, Um, that's just like the same reason why I don't. I know people be saying it sound like I'm hating on Maxey. I'm not hating on Maxey because I feel like Maxey's potential is there. I'm just saying when people be saying Maxey is him now, I'm like, give him time. He's still young. Everybody don't blossom like they first year or first 2 years in the league. These guys are coming into the league younger and younger. So sometimes it take like we'll be sitting here thinking that because a dude done played like 6, 7 years in the league, but they still be a kid. They be like 20, 26 years old. You know what I'm saying? They were like 27 years old, 26, 27 years old, been in the league for 6 years. But whereas though it seemed like they should be off like that. My predictions for the playoffs for the Sixers, I think if we got to make light work of the Nets. We can't mess around with the Nets. I need
Well,
us to get
actually,
them out of there in
Miami
four or
is
five.
only a game out of the sixth seat, out of the sixth spot.
I'd like to see Miami. I think Miami could play Boston tough. I think if Boston plays Miami, I think that's going at least 5, maybe 6 games. I think the
Mm.
Sixers should sweep. The Sixers should sweep the Nets, honestly. So if the Sixers sweep and Boston have to fight a little bit just because Miami, I think I'd rather face the Nets
Yeah, I think
than
Miami would be a harder out for Boston
I
versus the
do too.
Nets. I agree with
But
that.
I think we can handle Miami though. Just
I
I
don't
think
know.
we can handle Miami.
Jimmy,
But
for
Jimmy
some
kept, but
reason,
Jimmy do turn into Jimmy. Yeah,
Jimmy took got
I don't want to risk that.
he has hatred for the Sixers organization and Tobias Harris. So I don't know.
Yeah, but I hopefully we stay where we
See, I'm looking for. I'm looking for the Eagles, not the Eagles, but the Sixers
So we might
that
got to
week
make sure
off.
we beat Miami just to make sure that they don't get to move up in the
Yeah,
ranking.
we need to beat them on Thursday night so we
Yeah,
can keep them there out there. But
yeah.
I'm looking for Doc to have that extra week, that week off where he get to practice, because that team when they're practicing together, they look a lot. They are real sharp when they learning his offense, and they don't get a lot of practice in the regular season. But that
Hmm.
week off is going to help them out a big time.
Oh, I agree. I agree. And Rome Dollar asks, do I think if PJ still trash? Listen, I'm not the kind of person to just get hyped over one game. He balled out tonight. You know what I'm
Sure
saying?
did.
Now, if he's going, if this is the way he's going to play going forward, like I just need PJ to hit the open shots. Matter of fact, he hit those, and then he even hit one. He got the ball in the dunker position and got a layup off of it. PJ looked like he was actually trying the ball tonight. Now, if this is what we getting from PJ in the playoffs, other than just running around, running under people's legs and stuff, I think PJ is more of a matchup type dude. Boston may be the type of squad he could play against because I think he could probably guard like Marcus Smart or something like he could switch up and guard pretty much all those guys on their team because of his style of play. But against like real quick guys and this, that, and other, I don't know.
All right, so here's the thing: the MVP race right now. Who you think is in the lead? Who you think got? Do you think Beat is there? Is that his?
It's hard to tell only because Giannis just outplayed B, but then again, Giannis' team just got mopped the game before that by like 40. But Giannis played decent though. So man, you know what? Real quick before I answer that, I hope somebody gets in Jaylen Brown's ear and say, you know what? Boston don't appreciate you. Go to your rival.
I
Go
want.
there with Embiid. Go play with Embiid and Maxey and them. Man, if we can get that bull here.
Yeah. Yo, and I totally agree. Actually, I was thinking about that because he was the number. Was he was like the number 3 pick, and Ben was number 1. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Yo, you know the Joker tonight got waxed by Houston, and I'm looking at his box score. He had 14 points, 8 turnovers.
Didn't he sit out a couple games? Is he like
Yeah,
working off an injury or something?
yeah, I think he's coming back. But he had 10 rebounds and 4 assists.
Oh, he's not in the race no more. It's between Giannis and B right now.
But you see how everybody is now joining up Giannis right now. Like he didn't get waxed by almost 50 points last week.
Yeah,
That's what I said.
but what did he put up in that game? I thought he had decent numbers in that game though.
He got waxed by 50. I mean,
Yeah, but sometimes your team loses. That don't mean that you played trash. Then
But
sometimes you play trash and your team ball out and bail you out.
well, the Joker is out. To me, he got to be out of the. He got to be out of the MVP.
I
With
agree.
Joel's performance tonight, with his performance tonight, that has to move him out. Then if everybody want to be Joe and Giannis, then I think that's corny. I mean, he do got the best record in the league, so that might tilt.
I mean, they got the better team, but I mean, you saying Joker got Giannis, B got Harden. Harden leading the league in assists and averaging like 20 points. That's not. I think Harden's putting up better numbers than Drew Holiday.
So you think it's a 2-man race?
Oh, I definitely think it's a 2-man race now. Once Joker had to sit down, Joker only hope was when B didn't play against him, and then that all the Joker apologists and B ducking him like first of all, ain't no way in the world and B was ducking no Joker. Like, get out of here.
That's exactly how everybody was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Giannis is surging right now too, though. Like tonight, he had 28. He had 8 turnovers tonight too, though.
Giannis had 8 turnovers.
Yeah, but he had a triple double. He had 28, 11, and 11.
Yeah, I mean, but you know what? Everybody's going to see, because everybody was tuned in to watch Boston versus the Sixers. Anytime you have them two of those 3 teams playing, Boston, Milwaukee, and the Sixers, everybody's watching that game. That's why Embiid may pull it off, because when they watched Milwaukee play up against Boston, they got whacked.
That's
you
true.
know what I'm saying? So then he did outplay Embiid, but Embiid played solid against Milwaukee too. And then you turn around, you see Embiid do what he did tonight. I think Embiid is the eye that I think Embiid might have solidified it tonight.
I agree. All right, we're gonna wrap this thing up. This was cool. I mean, this is a win that we most certainly needed. Tell him fell off a horse. What's that? What does that mean?
He must have you fell off your horse. I don't know.
Tim fell off his horse. Okay.
Well. The high horse. Oh, when he's on the high horse, he fell off.
So they said the voters like the scoring record. All right. If Doc don't make the Eastern Conference Finals, he is gone next year. Listen, if we don't make the Eastern Conference Finals, I want him and Morey removed, and then just
Morey. What did Morey do that's wrong? What Morey do that was bad? Morey brought in all the players you hyping up, House and McDaniels. These are Morey guys. So why Morey got to go? PJ, you hype about all the dudes that you hype about, Harden, all these dudes is who Morey brought in here, but you saying Morey got to go if we don't win. What are we talking?
Listen, the Eastern Conference the top of the Eastern Conference is so tight right now. It's tough. Like it's not a give me.
Yeah, Melton. Look at all the dudes. Morey built this roster, and you sitting there talking about Morey got to be the one going.
But if we gonna fire Doc, we firing both of them. We ain't just gonna fire the bull.
Why?
Because you said that it'll be all Doc's fault. Obviously, he didn't get enough pieces to make it.
It ain't about him not having enough. People do think he got enough pieces.
So
you don't think he got enough? All right. So if we don't think Doc has enough pieces, so how you gonna blame him for losing to a better rated team if he loses to Boston?
So if you firing somebody, you're just gonna fire the coach and not nobody else. Gotta lose their job.
Yeah, fire the coach. Since you act like we haven't talked about all the things that we feel like Doc doesn't do right.
I'm trying to understand what you're trying to say, Doc.
What I'm saying is, if you're telling me, do you think we have a good enough team to win?
Last year, which didn't bring us. He didn't bring a good roster last
year. I'm asking you, do you think that we have a good enough team to win?
It depends on if the players play.
See, no.
If the players,
you got to put it one way or the other. Do you think that we have a? All right, then don't sit up here and tell me about all these dudes coming off the bench. We got to play House more. We got to play McDaniels. You telling me that these dudes are great players? The dude that you ripping, Tobias, Morey didn't bring here. So you're ripping all the dudes that Morey brought in here. You giving big ups to, but you saying if they lose, it's Morey's fault. Morey brought in the players that you like.
What I'm saying is, this is clear. What I'm saying is, if Doc go, I'm just cleaning the house. I'm just going. I'm starting. I got Maxey. I got.
Let's run down. Let's run down the roster. Right? You don't like Niang. Did Morey bring Niang in?
He put in the
He brought
Yang.
the Yang in. You don't like him, but you like Melton.
I do
You
like
like
Melton.
PJ. You like House. You like McDaniels. All these is dude that Morey's brought in
I
here.
can like him, but if they don't help us win,
Then how is that on him? If you like them, then that means you think that they were good pickups. That's the GM's job, is to get talent in here. It's the coach's job and the player's job to win and do stuff after that. Now, if
that's
he's
it.
bringing in garbage players that's not good, then that's on him.
Well, he bought a Deadman at the deadline. That was trash.
Okay. And he also brought it. He brought in Harold that people be wanting to play and don't think get enough burn.
Carroll was playing bad towards the end.
I want to see what he could do with Tobias Harris expiring contract next year. I mean, he got his James Harden for Ben Simmons.
James Harden gave us James Harden.
He got his James Harden.
James Harden decided, don't act like he was just willing and dealing. You know how we got James Harden. James Harden decided that he wasn't playing no more.
We got James Harden. We went and brought him in here because they had a relationship.
James Harden wasn't.
So you think James Harden would have signed that kind of contract for anybody except for Morey?
No, yeah, I would.
You think James Harden would have signed that contract, leaving money on the table for anybody else other than Morey?
Yes.
You tripping?
Because James Harden was trying to. He's trying to win a title right now.
Yeah. How about the end Springer? No, he didn't. Who drafted Maxey? No, Morey didn't draft Maxey.
Morey was here when Maxey was here, but Doc is the one who drafted him.
Doc ain't draft him.
Doc said Morey.
Was Morey the GM then?
Huh?
Morey was the GM that year?
He just got there.
So Morey brought in Reed and Maxey?
That was all Doc.
No, now it's Doc. Doc was the GM, huh?
What happened was when
what happened
was when Morey first got here, he told Elton Brand and told Doc to stay with y'all draft board. Whatever y'all was doing, stay with that. And you know what, Kyle Calipari called Doc and said, listen, I got this bull, Maxey, take him. And then they said, we taking them. And that's how that went down. It had nothing to do with Morey. It was all about Calipari and Doc having the conversations and take that bull.
So who was the GM that co-signed on that instead of saying I want my own guy? I'm gonna go pick somebody else.
It was Elton Brand.
Elton Brand did it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Morey ain't had nothing to do with that pick.
Okay, but Morey brought in all these guys that's on our bench now that we was gearing up. You like that's what we need to add for every time he signed with them. Oh, he got House. Oh, we got McDaniel. Oh, he got PJ. You was loving all them pickups. Now all of a sudden you saying it's Morey's fault. Okay,
if we don't win.
See, that's what I'm saying. Just keep the same energy, bro. Like that's all I'm saying.
I did. I kept saying fire both of them. That's the same energy.
No, it ain't.
All right, y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. We're gonna catch y'all on Thursday's podcast when we playing the Heat. Are they here or are we in Miami?
I don't even know.
I think we're here because we in Miami. That's a problem.
I think Miami ain't no problem. Period. We handling them. If all our starters play, we handle them. Doc might start sitting people.
All right, y'all.
All right. Peace.